I've personally made over $20 million from internet businesses, and for a number of years, I was traveling around the world with nothing more than my phone and my laptop, and sometimes only my phone. And I've run many different types of businesses as a sort of growth hacker and just a life hacker, figuring out ways that I can live my ideal life with the minimal amount of inputs to make money. In this video, I'll be going over what I believe is one of the best ways to make money from your phone, as much as $100 a day. So follow along. I'll be going over everything step by step and trying to offer you the most value so that you too can live the James Bond version of your life. Let's get it. Hey, John Crestani here, internet entrepreneur. I've been working online full-time since 2012 when I quit my job and I said, screw it, world. I'm going to go a different route in life. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to make my own money, and I'm going to experience everything that our Creator has given us to experience. And it's been an awesome ride, and I now have 2 daughters and a wife and a lot of money. And also I'm under house arrest right now, but that's a different story. But in this video, I'll be going over how you can make $100 a day with your smartphone running a business. Okay, now the first tip I'm gonna give you is that $100 an hour coaching calls are actually very easy to sell to folks. Even if you're completely new to running an online business, it's actually very easy to sell $100 an hour coaching calls. Now, pros out there actually sell their time for $1,000 an hour. I used to do calls for $1,000 an hour and invoice people via PayPal. Actually, I'd get the money up front via PayPal, but I'm just gonna go over in this video about how to sell your time for $100 an hour. So all you have to do is do 1 call a day to make $100. Now, even if you haven't done this before, don't be nervous because we've all got to start somewhere. The most important thing to think in your mind is, what is the value that other folks are going to get from you? These customers of yours or these prospects of yours, they want to spend 1 hour of their life to learn skills that will make them money over the rest of their entire life. And if you can teach folks something in 1 hour that will help your customers make money for the rest of their lives, they'll be gladly willing to pay you $100 to do a call with you. And you can even beef up the value of your call by offering the customer a recording, by offering them a written summary, maybe offering them a resource guide that you put together, that can even contain affiliate links so you can even make more money than just the money you made from the call itself. Now, what I used to do, and this was just a side business, this was literally just coming from requests that people made of me, was I would charge people $1,000 for an hour of my time to do online advertising consulting. And for a period there, about 5 or 6 years ago, when I took a couple calls with people that paid me $1,000 an hour for just me talking to them, was I would go in to their ad account, on Google or on some native ad network or on Facebook, and I would just tell them what they were doing was wrong. Now, there are millions of businesses that are spending many thousands of dollars on online advertising, okay? Think about that for a second. So you have millions of businesses spending money on online advertising, and much of that money they're spending on online advertising is going to waste because they're not working with the best of the best of the best advertising professionals. Now, these folks would pay me gladly $1,000 for an hour of my time because in their minds, I could give them some tips that could potentially save them tens of thousands of dollars a month, even hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, just by 1 hour of my feedback to uncover something they're doing wrong in their advertising account. And I have millions of people out there that are prospects to pay me $1,000 for an hour of my time. That's a pretty big market, and that's a lot of people. And I got a number of people paying me $1,000 an hour just to talk with them about what was wrong with their ad account. Again, specific problem, big pain point, worth lots of money to solve. Second tip I have is to learn a skill and then be able to present it in the hour time frame of the call. Now, you might be wondering, John, what type of skills do I learn? Where do I find people that will pay me $100 an hour? What do I do? I don't know. I need a step-by-step. I need everything spelled out for me, John. Come on. Okay, I get you. Now, for instance, I have a whole playlist on this channel of free traffic strategies that I teach to people for free here on YouTube. You can go through that playlist, great playlist, very popular. And it's popular because it's an in-demand thing. Everybody wants to know, how do I get people coming to my website for free, right? And I answer it in about a bunch of videos. You can watch through that playlist, and then you can create an hour-long session with folks where you will teach them 4 free traffic strategies that they can start applying to their business today. A lot of folks will gladly pay you $100 to teach them free traffic strategies and to be on the phone with somebody and talk about it and ask questions. That's a valuable skill. You could talk about each traffic strategy for 15 minutes. Now, ideally, you'd want a few different types of calls you could do with folks. What I used to do is I used to consult and I'd audit somebody's AdWords account, their Google Ads account, or I'd audit their YouTube advertising efforts, or I would audit their native advertising efforts or their Facebook advertising efforts. And whatever approach it called for, I would do it. And again, I was getting paid $1,000. I always made sure I got the money up front because I didn't want there to even be an option of people not paying me and I wasting my time. Now, my third tip for you is to offer your calls and make people aware of your service through social media networks. For instance, there's a lot of people out there on Instagram posting pictures of them in exotic places and fancy cars that talk about making money online that then do consulting and they close people over direct message. You can do the same thing here, is you put up posts talking about whatever you're doing or the business or how you're solving problems, and you let people know that you offer consulting, hour-long calls to go over a certain problem. Then you close people through direct message. Now on Facebook, it's called, I think it's PM or private message or maybe DM. On Instagram, it's called a direct message where you're directly messaging people. You could email people. You could have people email you if you have a blog. If you're on YouTube, once again, have people email you or get them in touch with you through like WhatsApp or something like that. Again, you just post stuff on social media and then you close people through the DMs. Very simple model. People are doing it all over the place. I mean, just search like make money on Instagram and you'll see it happens everywhere. Now, a pro tip is you can sprinkle in some posts where you just cut straight to the chase and you say, hey, I have a few spots open to do consulting calls with folks to audit their advertising accounts. You charge $100 an hour and give them a link to pay. You could use a PayPal link for them to pay, or you could invoice people via PayPal. Another pro tip is that get yourself a PayPal debit card and you can spend that money immediately. And if you want some free money, talking about that, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell because we're giving away money. Every week I give away money on my Monday live streams. Last week we had 100 people on and I gave away $500. So the average person on my live stream made $5 just by showing up. Here's the PayPal money. So I give away PayPal money, I give away Amazon money, and I just give it away because thank you for supporting one of my dreams, which is teaching folks. I never felt properly served by the education system. I never felt it was relevant to me. And to be able to teach folks and help others succeed using the new system of education is an honor and a gift. And you see, I'm giving away a lot of money to honor your propensity to learn. Now, going into some other pro tips is if you're looking for some niches, some special niches, and maybe somebody can post this in the comments, but here are a few ideas that I have that I believe you could charge boatloads of money for. I think you can charge $1,000 an hour if you can help folks out on these things. Create a machine learning algorithm for their business in an hour, right? Finding partners to sell somebody's data to in an hour, right? Anything you do with machine learning and algorithms in an hour is going to be phenomenal. Auditing folks' advertising accounts, right? I used to do that. It's very easy money, right? There's huge leverage there. Security consulting. Now, I pay folks for security consulting for an hour. I will pay somebody $1,000 to spend 1 hour pen testing my websites. Penetration testing. That's what it means. I pay hackers to try and hack me so that I figure out where there are vulnerabilities in my website and software systems that I work with. Helping someone figure out their YouTube strategy. That can be 1 hour, right? Scripting out a YouTube ad for a customer in 1 hour is a very useful service. People would pay $1,000 for that. And there are so many sub-niches that I can't even think of them all. But the more specific you get, like I just said, pen testing, right? Pen testing, penetration testing, security type analysis, many companies, there are millions of potential customers out there for a service such as that would pay $1,000 an hour for. Again, the more specific you get and the more you deal with big leverage or big liabilities, big savings, big potential income, the more money and the more customers you will make from selling your calls for $100 an hour. Now, the examples I gave, you could sell for $1,000 an hour easily to millions of people. You shouldn't have a hard time selling a call for $100 an hour. Really, it just matters how hungry you are. So go out there, get it, make sure you subscribe, like this video, hit the notification bell, and be on the live stream Monday. I look forward to seeing you then. Have a good day. Bye.
Hi there, my name is Phil Carrick from Northern Ireland, and I just want to give a big shout out to John Crestani. What John does is he walks you through a step-by-step process, really from A to Z.
Thanks to John and his media buying programs, I've done hundreds of thousands of dollars in extra revenue. It's been absolutely life-changing.
Success leaves trails. And the one thing that I have to say about John is that he lays out the path so simply, so distinctly, that procrastination is going to make you not successful. But if you want to follow a proven path, a simplified path, then John's the way to go. I can't imagine getting more value for the money.